the recent declaration by ICC that it has grounds to investigate Nigeria's military for rights violation in the war against terrorism in the northeast of Nigeria. However, this is merely to facilitate in the misguided report from the ICC. The other subversive content in the report included that it placed the Nigerian armed forces on the same pedestal with Boko Haram, ISWAP terrorists. This was no error or accident. It was a calculated attempt to diminish the country's military and elevate Boko Haram fighters to the level of a national arm ahead of when its Amnesty International allies will market a negotiation program. Nigeria will then be concerned into negotiating with terrorists as if they are a sovereign country. Worryingly, Boko Haram, ISWAP, is merely a card in the evil plot but put together by ICC with its Amnesty International and Transparency International collaborators. The ICC reports clearly identified other wildcards in the nefarious agendas. It listed the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, IMN, and the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, as victims without acknowledging the crimes they have committed against Nigerians and continue to commit. It also failed to properly name them as terrorist group, which suggests that ICC is prejudiced to the point where it has refused to recognize Nigerian competent judiciary that prescribes these groups. ICC had consequently lived up to its billing as a lynch mob that exists solely to vilify, victimize, and humiliate African country by dragging their leaders before it, even when no crimes are committed, with the flip side that leaders of some countries can order drone strikes that kill women and children on industrial scale of invade sovereign nations to ruin them without being held to account. This racist disposition has been repeatedly reinforced by the ICC, and it seems it is now on the path to becoming rabid with its latest incursion into Nigeria. Additional fact about the ICC's activities is that the so-called evidence is relied on to arrive at a decision to investigate the Nigerian military was largely produced by Amnesty International. The negligible portion of the evidence that was not produced by the international NGO was sourced from its local affiliate that have subcontract to malign the reputation of Nigeria's security forces. Gentlemen of the press, we invite you to note that each time Amnesty International discovers that it is not able to hold back the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it outsources the function of Transparency International, which then bring allegations of corruption against the military. It is instructive to note that the supposed corruption is sometimes around weapons that Amnesty International in due sanction have prevented the country from buying. They fail to explain how money, what has not been released, can be stolen. It must be further noted that Amnesty International and Transparency International are operated in Nigeria by the same cabal. The same set of subversive saboteurs overlap on the board of both organizations, and they often compare notes on how best to go about their contract to undermine Nigeria. They have the same media contractors that they use to spend whatever damages fictitious report that they want to publish against the country.